other note. Come here. Let me say something. I remember Tampa, the way she used to be, the places we would run to, the faces we would see. Yes, I remember Tampa, those precious memories, a city rising on the move, a simple yet progressive groove. I remember Tampa, and she remembers me. Yeah. She remembers me.
Welcome to the Tampa Native Show. Stay tuned now for the fastest 60 minutes in cable broadcast history. Live from the studios at TBCN, the home of the Tampa Native Show. Join your hosts, Mario Nunez, the 15-Minute Girl, and Steve Canella, as they celebrate growing up in Tampa. From Shock Armstrong to Shakey's Pizza, from Braddock Street to Buffalo Avenue. Get ready to call in and tell us your stories, because sharing your memories has never been this much fun. And now, Mario Nunez, the 15-Minute Girl, and Steve Canella.
She remembers me.
Welcome back, everybody, to this, the Tampa Native Show, your summer beach vacation edition. My name is Mario Nunez, and I'm seated alongside my broadcast partner,
Steve Canella,
a.k.a. Tampa Steve, to my left.
Sally Nunez.
The 15-Minute Girl, and right behind me, we met her last week, and there she is again. Say hello, Dory.
Hello, Dory.
Hello,
Dory.
We're all back in studio with you again, and boy, this week is going to be one of those amazing weeks. We put together in pre-production this week, and let me just say, digress for a moment and say that, you know, our future is so bright in here that we have to wear shades. And if you were in studio with us, you would smell, I guess, you'd pick up the scent, the wafting scent of coconut oil and whether it's sea and ski or sun, because this is that kind of week. Images that you haven't seen before, or at least in the last 40 to 50 years, as you can see the El Morocco Hotel behind us in the default picture. Dory, how was your week, darling?
It was wonderful. I had a great
Speak
week.
right into your microphone.
Sorry. I had a great week. It was wonderful.
Did you enjoy last week with us?
Yes, I sure did. It was great.
Having you here.
Thank you very much. I enjoyed it. I can't wait.
Rave reviews.
That's right.
We told Dory at the outset that her sister was quick on the draw last week. Baby, you are the winner of the Tampa Native shirt, the Moments with Mario contest. You were the first caller on the comment line last week, so congratulations on that. And we'll be doing that again this week as well. So we're going to dispatch Dory now to her post behind the magic window.
Sound nice.
Yeah,
So you can call in and talk
you
to
can
her.
be sure to call in, and when you do call in,
Dory.
hello, Dory, and remember to mute your TV.
Yes, make sure you mute your phones.
Dory will be taking
your
phone
TV,
numbers.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Your phones,
Thank
not
you.
your
Not the
phones.
Thank you so much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as Dory exits stage left, as it were, let us just say that we want to say hello to our new viewers, our new sponsors, of which this week we are happy to announce that Ed Morse Cadillac has joined us.
Great news, exciting.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
wonderful news. Thank you to Mr. Eddie Trujillo for putting us in contact with Ed Morse Cadillac. We have some giveaways.
Great giveaways.
Yeah, nice giveaways that we're going to be doing at the end of the show tonight. We'll lead a drawing. So thank you so much, Eddie Trujillo. Once again, baby Raquelme, baby Alvarez, congratulations on winning the Moments with Mario secret word contest. The secret word last week was moments.
Moments with Mario.
That was too easy.
Yeah, that was too easy.
I heard we had a little snafu at the beginning of the show here today.
Well, we did.
Yeah.
We did. We had a
Stuff
little.
happens.
We had,
video.
you know, sometimes in this technological world that we live in, things don't always go according as planned. And we had it worked out. We don't want to spoil the surprise, but we will tell you that Brooklyn, if you're out there watching, and we know you are, we had a special opening of the show in mind, with you in mind, just for you.
Yeah.
It didn't work out this week, but hey, hang in there, darling, because we'll do it again next week.
That's
We
right.
promise. Brooklyn, we had lunch yesterday with your mom, and we talked all about you. And we know you're out there watching.
That's
and
right.
we are so proud to have you as our fan.
Thanks for being such a great fan too, because I heard she's actually taping all the shows,
Yes.
telling all her friends,
Yes.
family. That's incredible.
Talk about
Thank you.
watch parties, huh?
Yeah.
She may be the youngest leader of the watch party that we have out there going. And we know there's people out there watching tonight because, again, tonight's topic is going to be one of those that are going to bring back
Fast
some
and
incredible, fond memories.
So true.
We did have a caller last week, and I want to go ahead and remind everybody that the comment call-in line, hey, future's so bright you got to wear shades, big
You
fella.
know what? That's right. It's
Let's
kinda,
go. Come
Give
on
us a
now.
program,
show
Steve.
anyway,
You
right?
can't,
So
you can't be
that's
the only
right.
one here without your shades
And
on.
I have to put them over my eyeglasses
There
so I
you
can
go.
see and I can read.
I can't read anything, so good luck with all of that. We did have
It's
a
dark
call
in here.
last week on the comment line, and we want to play it for you now because we honor all of our callers. When you call in and you leave us a nice comment, if you couldn't get in today on the show and you left us a comment, we record those and we play those back. We ask that you leave them to about a minute if you can, try to. We'd like to play this one for you now. Wonderful recording.
I'm ready.
And I believe the gentleman identifies himself here in just a minute, so let's give a listen.
Hey, at the Native Show. This is Ricky Rodriguez. Born and raised in West Tampa. Born in Ybor City, West Tampa raised. The show, what it is about the Tampa Native Show, I think I know what it is about the Tampa Native Show. It's our hometown in a shell. It's all of our memories at a time when people from all over the world have moved and became a little piece of what we already know. I've met so many people here from out of state that are surprised themselves by the fact that I am a native born and raised. It seems odd to me, but to them it's even more odd somehow. Tampa's a special place, maybe not places as much as it is people. Tampa natives are a close family of different cultures, but we lived and played together in the greatest city in the world. The people between the 1940s and the 1970s made us so great. Yeah, I remember Tampa. He remembers me. God bless you guys. Keep up the great work, and talk to you soon. Bye.
What a great call.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's the first time I heard that.
That's
Yeah.
Ricky
So-
Rodriguez. And
Thank
Ricky,
you.
thank you so much. He's rapidly ascending the ranks to become one of our most ardent
Ardent
fans.
fans,
Yeah,
yeah.
he really loves the show, and we love it too, Ricky. And it's fans like you that make it so worthwhile for us. Stevie, you have your glasses on. I'm going to let you read
Sure,
this
sure.
because we've got a wonderful email from one of our dear friends
Okay,
and
definitely.
fans, Johnny Sinchet.
Oh, Johnny.
He sent
Okay.
that in with his contribution. Can you see that okay?
I
brother?
sure can. I
All
can.
right.
With my sunglasses over
Please
my
do
eyeglasses.
because I can't
Sure.
read anything without my glasses on.
Dear Mario and Sally, I'm so proud of the work you and Steve are all doing. Many people are coming to me at events telling me how much they enjoy the Tampa Native Show. You guys are doing something very special. I was just thinking about something, and we are both on the same thing, bringing people some happiness by taking them away from their troubles for just a little while, which is so true.
Yeah.
You guys, through the show, and me with my books, it's a labor of love and dedication that is not going unnoticed. You are making a difference, bringing people together to share happy memories. We need more time away from the bad news. Very true, Johnny. This is why we enjoy the show. This is why people enjoy the show. It takes them back to happier days. I wish you all much continued success with the show, and I am so honored to consider all of you good friends as well as great people. Love to you all, Johnny Sinchet.
How nice.
Johnny, thank you so much.
Johnny.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you, Johnny, and thank you also for
One
your
of our good
$50
friends.
contribution.
Yes.
And to Hugh Perret as well.
That too.
We're happy to be your friend.
Oh,
Of
we got some
course.
breaking news.
Breaking news, breaking news.
Breaking news from the IT department. The comment section now is live and working on the TampaNativeShow.com website.
Great.
So, yeah, so that was a little
That's
tricky
fun.
figuring that out. But if you go to the TampaNativeShow.com, click on fan comments, it'll take you to a live feed where you can actually post your comments, almost like a blog. And it is tied into Facebook as well. So check
And
it out.
that
Thank
may be
you.
the nicest part of all, Stevie, that you figured out a way to tie it into Facebook
Right,
because
right.
what it does is it generates a whole conversation. You comment on our website, it posts on your Facebook page, people see it there, and you
Right,
continue the
right.
conversation thread. So
And other people can see it too.
please, thank you, baby. Please feel free to
So cool.
to get on that website and make those comments. If you'd like to start a comment thread, and hey, what about this, guys? Or have you thought about a show about this?
Right.
We'd love to hear from you. Before we go any further, as the images start to come up here, I want to give a great big shout out to Eric Larson of Card Cow. Let me spell that for you: CARDCOW, cardcow.com, for the use of their wonderful images, which you will be seeing tonight. Thank you so much, Eric Larson, for your generosity, and we promise to get you a dub of this show, and we sure will. Also, Steve, if you'll reach over there to your
Sure.
right and you'll hand me, there should be the recycled market bag that the Tampa Native Show has there, the black market bag that we use
You know, I sure do.
when we go to the grocery store. Something different tonight that we're going to be doing for every caller that calls in tonight, first-time caller, and we pretty much know who our first-time callers are going to be. Everybody who calls in tonight for the first time is going to get one of these recycle market bags that you can see there. It says TampaNativeShow.com, Tampa Native Show.
You know, I use that myself just to come
We
to the
use
show
them
every
all the
week.
time.
Oh, of
All
course.
my supplies.
I
my
have at
notebook.
least 15 of them in the car
yeah.
because I forget
Use
4
them
of
at
them
the
at any
grocery
given
store.
time. So first-time callers tonight will be given that. So did we get all of our announcements out of the way early?
I would
All
like
right.
to make give a special shout out to Fran Costantino, who's not feeling well.
That's right.
And we're sorry to hear that, Fran, and we hope you start feeling better real soon.
Get better, Franny,
We miss
because
you, Franny.
Get well
it's just
soon.
not the same without you. Okay, last week we forgot Tony Zapponi's Tampa Trivia.
That's right.
And here it comes at you, Tony Zapponi's Tampa Trivia. The winner of the Tony Zapponi Tampa Trivia will be granted a sitting with PepitosPortraits.com, Pepito's Portrait Studio. Fabulous
We did
pictures.
that.
We sure did.
Yes, we did.
Here's the question. In 1956, state inspectors walked almost every yard in Tampa looking for something. They also searched every car leaving Florida. What were they looking for? In 1956, state inspectors walked almost every yard in Tampa looking for something. They searched every car leaving Florida as well. What were they looking for? That's the Tony Zapponi Tampa Trivia question brought to you by
Tony Zapponi, Housewife Bake Shop.
Tony Peroni.
I mean, Tony Peroni.
It was only a matter,
a matter
of
of
time.
time before I
It was
did that.
only a matter of
It
time.
happened tonight.
Okay.
Too many O's.
All right. Let's go to the phones. Oh my goodness. My goodness. The
goodness?
phones. My goodness. My goodness.
He's so excited he can't talk.
I can't talk because look at that picture behind us. That is
Yeah,
that
that's
is
a
the
really cool
pavilion at Clearwater Beach.
Yeah.
Obviously an artist's rendering, but that's 1948. The pavilion at Clearwater Beach.
Thanks
All
to
right,
Eric
Stevie,
Larson.
are you ready to go?
Let's go.
Let's rock. Let's roll, ladies and gentlemen. Our first caller of the night.
Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hi, guys. Joe Beanie from Seminole, Florida.
Hey,
Hi,
Joe
Joe.
Bean.
Hi, Joe. Good to have you calling us like you always do.
That's right.
Yep. Couple things. I noticed on your intro there where you had the vacation, the summer vacation, you had 2010 instead of 2012. I don't know if that was a typo or...
Where was that? On the Facebook page?
No, on your screen, on the Tonight screen. Where,
Oh.
On the screen here on the TV?
yeah, 2000.
Ah, probably a typo.
okay.
Listen, wheels are falling off
Forgive
the
it.
wagon tonight. Don't you worry about that.
Forgive it.
There it is. Look at that. 2012.
I talk about a quick fix.
Yes.
Huh?
There you
Don't
go.
mess with us.
All
We
things
got the
should be
best
fixed
IT staff in the
quickly.
business.
Yeah.
Now tell us your summer memory.
Well, that particular pavilion, my parents used to go there when I was a little guy all the time, Clearwater Beach. That was a treat, and it was more of a picnic atmosphere where we laid out on blankets on the
Right.
grass and stuff, and the kind of adults went swimming, the little kids went playing around in the sand and stuff.
That's
So,
right.
And that pavilion was amazing, was it not?
It was.
It was outrageous. For a little guy, it was huge.
It was
Yeah.
it was kind of scary to change in those stalls too, as I recall. There we go. Look at that wonderful picture. And back then that was 1948. There was nothing there. Clearwater Beach was just pristine. There were
Yeah.
hardly any hotels, and that pavilion was the centerpiece. That was even before the pier.
That was the place to go to get your hot dogs and Cokes. And
That's where we always went.
Then we migrated to Paso Grill.
Paso
Wow.
Grill, boy, Paso Grill took a beating
Our
when,
favorite beach.
when Tropical Storm Debbie came by Paso Grill. You know, our question of the day, beyond the Tony Zapponi Tampa Trivia, our question of the day was beach or pool. When you stayed at the beach for the summer vacation, beach or pool, which was your favorite?
Beach.
Beach.
And need we ask? Number 3?
I already put him down.
Raise my number.
And 7 for Keitha because she can't get to the phone. Some things never change. Thank you so much, Joe Abini from Seminole, for giving us that wonderful call. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
All right, take
Take care,
Appreciate
Joe.
it.
He's
Thank
going to
you.
change the numbers on us one day.
I don't think so.
I know. All right, let's go ahead and go with line
Let's do that.
5, if you will, Steve.
Absolutely.
Right
Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hi, I'm Brooklyn. I'm calling from Tampa, Florida.
Hey,
there.
Brooklyn. How are you?
There's Brooklyn.
Hey.
Hi, Brooklyn.
Thanks for calling.
Oh, cool.
You're welcome. I just wanted to say I think Sally's really pretty.
I think so too, Brooklyn. Thank you.
Thank you.
And you and Steve are hilarious. I'm a big fan of your show, and I can't wait to come to one of your events.
Thank you,
Wow.
Brooklyn. And
Well,
we're
we're
going to
gonna
have
do
an
that.
opportunity
to have
show
you
the back
come.
end.
Yeah,
You'll
sure,
have-
sure.
And there's going to be an opportunity coming up real soon
we go.
because I haven't mentioned it yet. I was going to wait till the end of the show, but Brooklyn, since you did such a nice job of providing us with a
Yeah.
segue,
That's right.
you'll have to look that up, darling. It's a showbiz term. The segue, there is an event on the 22nd, which is a week from this coming Sunday. There's a Rays game that we're going to be attending. There's only 20 seats available in our section. So if you and mom and dad and the family want to go,
We would
20
love to
seats, we'd
have
love to
you.
have you guys
Sure
go
would.
with us.
Sure would.
Send us an email at show@tampanatives.com. Look at that, Brooklyn. Look at your name on the phone there, huh?
Wow, look
Ah,
at that.
about
Is Eric
that.
Cups on his
He
game
is
tonight?
on it.
Yes.
Brooklyn, next time we see you, we're going to get you one of these bags, darling. Thanks so much for calling.
her number.
Thank
lucky
you,
number.
Brooklyn.
Do you
You
have
made our day that day in the grocery store when you recognized us, too.
Yes, you did.
That was
Tampa
very
people.
sweet.
Tampa native people.
We haven't been able to stop talking about that. Do you have a favorite lucky number between 1 and 75, Brooklyn?
13.
13.
Lucky number
Okay,
13
you
for
got
you,
it,
darling.
Brooklyn.
That's a
Thank
lucky
you
number.
so much for giving us that
Thanks
call,
for
sweetie.
calling.
Okay, you're welcome.
What a
Thank you.
great way to start the show.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Brooklyn.
Have a nice day.
You
too.
too.
Bye-bye. What a great way to
great
start
call.
the
She's
show.
so sweet.
All right, line 4.
Let's take it. Let's
keep
take it.
rolling. This is what it's all about.
Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm calling from South Tampa. This is Linda Lasser. I wanted to.
Oh, Linda, hey.
Hi, I wanted to answer the question.
Okay.
Oh, good.
All right, Linda, before you answer the question.
Uh-huh.
Hi, Linda. How are you?
Hi, Steve. How are you?
And this is Mario. Steve's over there.
Mario.
All right, Linda, you think you know the answer?
Yes.
All right, let's go.
The fruit fly.
Oh, wow.
We have a winner.
Tony's a pony. Not tough
remember
enough with
that.
that question. Very good, Linda. Very good. That's exactly what it was. Yep.
Yeah.
And in the 70s, when the resurgence of the fruit fly came around, they put those boxes, remember, up in the trees, and there were little traps
Yeah.
that they would try to trap that fly.
Yes, I do remember because my father had citrus trees in his backyard,
There
and
you
I
go.
remember that.
There you go. Wonderful.
I
What's your
remember that.
favorite beach recollection? Your beach story? Vacation to the beach?
Okay, I remember the Palm Pavilion where they had the cabanas in the back that were built out of bare wood with no roof, and you would buy a cabana for the day, and they give you a key, and you go in there and store your stuff, change, and everything. That is a wonderful memory.
That's cool.
Amazing pictures coming up, Linda, so stand by because I think you're going to see some images. The one that you see there, if Eric can take us out for just a quick second. Thank you for putting Linda's name up there, Eric. This is Johnny Sinchett, his mom and his sister
That's a cute picture.
at Clearwater Beach. And we've got more and more pictures like this, some personal that folks sent in and submitted to us, others that you're going to recognize as St. Pete Beach and Treasure Island and Madeira and Reddington, and we've just got images coming at you fast and furious. We got your lucky number. You guessed
No,
it.
we didn't get her lucky
Oh,
number.
we didn't get your lucky
No.
number. Can we get that from you, Linda?
My what?
Your
Number.
lucky Bolita drawing
Bolita
number?
drawing.
Oh, let's go with 25.
25.
Okay.
You got
Listen,
it.
Tony Zapponi will get in touch with you, Linda, to give you your date or your time where you can get in touch with Pepito so you can go. And I suggest that you go
Yes,
and
he's
have
very
that
talented.
sitting.
That's right.
The man is an
That's
incredible
good.
artist. He's a wonderful photographer, and you won't be disappointed.
And you'll look
Okay,
fabulous.
fine.
And tell Gil we said hello as well.
I will tell him. Okay.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.
What a great call.
Yeah.
The
Oh, I
calls.
know.
The calls are coming
Let's go,
faster
let's take it.
and furiouser.
Fast winner.
Look
Caller.
at that picture there. Ready, Stevie?
Ready, let's go.
Thunderbird.
Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
This is Kiki. I'm calling from Tampa.
Hey,
hey.
Kiki, you sound tremendous like you're calling from the next
Yeah,
room. Are you
you
on a
did.
He
landline, a
does
hard
sound close.
line, or is it a cell phone?
It's a cell phone.
Wow,
All
Kiki, your
right.
cell
Man.
phone service has improved.
Is it really?
Yes, it has.
Clear as a
It's
bell.
amazing.
Yes. Tell us your best recollection, Key.
I just want to tell you about our little vacation spot in Indian Rocks called the Regina Hotel. It used to be right across the street from the Tiki Gardens.
Oh,
Tiki
Tiki
Gardens.
Gardens.
I
Who
forgot
does-
about that.
Tiki Gardens, amazing.
Yes.
Sure.
Remember that? In the
Yeah.
Indian Rocks Pier?
Of
Yes.
course.
You know, I haven't seen all the pictures of the screen from the old thing. I see Thunderbird on there now.
Thunderbird, yeah.
That's right.
If you can get us out of the picture real quick while Kiki's talking to us, Eric, so that they can enjoy that photograph. And
Great picture.
as much as the picture of the hotel itself is amazing,
Yeah.
if you can get a
Pull
look
that
at,
out.
get a look at those cars right there, Papa.
I
What do you
know.
think? That's the early 19th. That's 1954, 55,
Mid-50s.
56.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
was a
that
classic.
beautiful?
That was a classic, and that was neon
I always
sign,
loved
right?
that Thunderbird.
You know, Marty, the best thing about that time was, man, I remember we used to go fishing on the pier late at night, and you could actually go as young kids, 8, 10, 12, 13-year-old, to the pier, fish all night. They didn't have to, your parents didn't have to worry about you to be
Yeah.
hurt or
Yeah.
kidnapped or anything like that.
Right.
Yep.
It was a great
Safe.
time back
It
then.
was
Different
a
time.
safe time.
We talked about that, Kiki, that how lucky we were to have
were.
grown up here in Tampa
Oh,
at
yeah.
that time. And to have, those wonderful, we waited all year, man, to go to the beach. And I think the beach, like from the time we were 4 till we were 14, 15, 16, that 10, 12 years of our lives, every summer, at least in my family, that was the case. We would go to that, to your favorite resort.
Over and over.
And the same time next year, man. And a lot of times you went with your family. Your primos would go, and it would be a big deal.
You know, Marty, also at the same time, too, we all play baseball as kids together,
Sure.
and a lot of times you find a lot of the baseball friends and stuff at the same beach,
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
That's right.
And
It's a big family thing,
it was amazing, Kiki. It was amazing. And we knew this show was going to take off just like this. It has not disappointed. you have the same fond recollections we do.
We all do,
You met
yeah.
your friends at the beach, and it was like a rite of passage, you know. And I think our grandparents kind of used to go when they were here and they were younger, and then our parents went. Certainly, we went as kids, and to this day, going to the beach, it makes me feel like I'm home.
Happy. Makes
Oh,
you feel
yeah, no
happy.
doubt about it. But I want to let you know that it was a great pics. I'm going to watch the whole show. I'm trying to see all the old...
Stay tuned.
Good.
We got so
Nice.
much more to
Good.
go.
Lots
Hey,
to
before
go.
we go, beach or pool?
Oh, I'll take the beach, man.
Beach.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll
Okay,
get, and
what's your
And your
number?
Bolita number?
My bullet number this day is going to be 21.
21,
Little number, Kiki
okay.
Castillo. Thank you, Kiki. We'll come see you pretty soon, okay?
Great show, man. Have a good one.
Thank you so much.
All right.
You know, Keegan made a good point about the security and safety back then. We
Yeah.
talked about it the other night on the phone, that you can leave your lounge chair, all your belongings, your flip-flops, your bathing suit hanging over the chair, over the railing
Oh,
all
yeah.
night.
Well, even your
Never had to-
bicycle, you could leave
Yeah.
out front of
That
your
too.
house, and nobody would bother.
Yeah, but no one would steal your stuff
Yeah,
at the beach.
it's a different time.
We're going to
better
go to the
time.
phone caller. We see you there just a second. If you'll take us out of the picture here, I just want to show this picture real quick. That is right there in that image. The gentleman, the young lad, the kid that's in that styrofoam
his mouth open,
with
talking.
even talking at 2 years old. That's yours truly with his two brothers at Clearwater Beach.
That's a
and you
great
know,
photo.
yeah, that's one of those hard styrofoam life preservers that
hurt.
they would throw you off the boat if you fell
Yeah.
off the boat. But that's what we used to float around, and that was Clearwater Beach. Now tell me, with those smiles all around, you know the beach was just a great time
Wasn't
for
it though?
everybody.
Wasn't it though?
And what
Oh my
Kiki
gosh.
said, what you said,
Everybody
absolutely
had fun at
true.
the beach.
You could leave your things on the front porch while they were drying out overnight. Sometimes they wouldn't dry. Was there anything more thrilling, more exciting
Wet bathing suit.
than getting up in the morning
Putting on a wet bathing
and
suit.
putting on not only wet,
Cold.
but ice cold.
Yeah, that's true, too.
Ice cold.
From the air conditioner.
From the air conditioner that was inside the room. Amazing
And
memories.
those styrofoam inner tubes, man, they would chafe your skin really
Oh,
bad.
yeah. And if you got hit in the head with them, cocotazo time because
The
they were
inner
hard as
tubes
rocks.
were even worse.
All right, let's go to line 4. I believe it's line 4 or 5, darling. Which was the one that we're 4?
4.
Four.
All right, let's go to line 4.
Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hi, Steve. This is Cindy Beluha calling from West
Hey,
Tampa.
Hey,
Cindy Beluha.
Cindy, how are
Hey,
you?
I
thank
am
you.
doing great. Thanks,
Good.
That's
guys.
awesome.
I had to call in on this one because being a Tampanian,
Yes.
we've had many, many years of being out at the beach. My fondest memories are probably back when I was like 13. A good friend of mine, Cindy Cacciatore's family, had a beach house.
Oh, nice.
So it was right down from the lobster pot in Reddington
Oh,
Shores.
lobster pot. I remember
Still
that.
own the beach house to this day. So I can remember being 13 years old walking up and down Gulf Boulevard.
Yeah.
So that's probably one of my favorite. And then, of course, once I married Mike, his family was used to going to the Biltmore. So we always spent our summers there. But once we started having all the kids, there was just too much stuff to lug out to that Long Beach. We started going back to Reddington Shores. And that's where we go to this day. We hang out on the beaches of Reddington Shores.
And I know I passed by your house last Sunday to get the thumb drive from Mike, and you all are coming back from the beach that day.
That's exactly
Great.
correct, and that's exactly where we were, right down from the
I'll be
old
darned.
house that I used to go to on my summer
Wow.
vacations with the Cacciatore
The
family.
tradition continues.
Yes, it does. And I have to say, you know, as much as I love Hawaiian tropics, there's nothing that can take me back a day on the beaches here
That's
in Florida, like the smell of copper
Copper.
toast.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go. I
The
knew you were
coconut.
going to say that. Absolutely.
We were talking about that earlier
Yeah,
today.
yeah. And stay tuned, Cindy, because we've got a picture of the Biltmore coming
That's
up
right.
in just a minute. So hang in there and tell Mikey to hard by the TV because that picture's coming up. We put it in just for
And
you
give
guys.
us your Polito number, Cindy.
Thank you so, so much. And my number would be number 18.
18.
And
Okey
beach
doke.
or pool?
Mmm.
Sometimes
Yeah.
the girls didn't like the beach so much because of the sand.
I kind of like them both.
Okay, we'll put you down for both. Thank you so much for calling, Cindy.
50-50.
You guys do an awesome job.
Take
Oh,
care,
thank
Cindy.
you.
Thank you, darling. We love you. Thank you.
You know, she mentioned copper tone, but what about sunscreen?
I just want to bring. Oh my goodness.
We didn't have sunscreen.
We didn't
There was no
sunscreen.
sunscreen.
What sunscreen?
SPF wasn't even an acronym at the time.
SPF.
We had
Baby oil
iodine and baby oil.
That's right. Mama would mix that up, put it in the bottle, and squirt that all over
I don't
you.
know what we
You
were
might as well have put manteca, lard
Yeah.
all over you and say, go out in the sun.
Yes.
Before we get to our next caller, this photograph
great.
here has special significance to me and my family because we used to vacation just about every summer at either the Desert Ranch or the Colonial Inn, both of which were right next to each other on St. Pete Beach. And that's a facility there. Those two hotels are still there, but that facility that you see is the Aquatarium. The Aquatarium, which was like Marineland in Miami, put on shows, dolphin and porpoise shows,
Yeah.
and it was an amazing place to go and hang out and
It should still be
look at
there.
it there. Look at it there in all its glory when it was brand new. This, again, comes to you from the courtesy of cardcow.com.
Yeah, thank you so
And
much.
Eric
Great
Larson.
postcard.
Look
at
how
that.
close the aquarium is to the water. I never knew
Yeah,
that
I know.
before.
Right, it was
Yeah.
right there. And as a matter of
Right
fact,
off the
they
beach.
somehow managed, they were able to pump seawater into the big tank there, and there was a return that would go right back out to the ocean from there. It was just great, and it was a great place to hang out and for the kids. That was the glory days of the late 50s and all
Glory
throughout
days.
the 60s.
that's-
So that's
yeah,
St. Pete
that's-
at Beach, and that's the aquatorium.
Great photo.
Let's go to
Look,
line
let's take it.
4. No, line 5,
Five.
excuse me.
Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hi, Steve. It's Keitha Albini from Seminole, Florida.
Hey, Keith.
Hi, Keitha.
Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, my favorite place was Indian Rock Beach. It was called the Wallace Cottages.
Wallace?
Wallace
Cottages.
Cottages. Let me write that down. Mhm.
We'll have to Google that. I don't remember that one.
There was a big, huge house facing the water, and it had a screened-in porch, and they had 4 cottages behind it. My family used to rent 3 of the cottages, and we used to, all the kids wanted to stay on the screen porch on
Sure.
pallets on the floor.
Yeah.
Oh,
You could listen to the water all night,
Sure.
you slept better that way.
Yes, of course.
right on the beach.
That's perfect.
Right on the
Sounds
beach.
great.
There was a lot of mom and pop little places like that up and down the beach.
That's where we
There
stayed at
still
Beach
are.
Week, too. We stayed at.
Yeah, and they're still there, too, but now they're condos.
Right,
Yeah.
That's true.
right. Progress.
It's a high-rise. They're condo houses.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know if we can consider that progress, Keitha, but it is what it is. But certainly we
Yeah.
had the best of times when we had the place all to ourselves.
Yes.
And in this photograph here, this is a picture here, a close-up shot of what you're looking at there. Closest to you in the foreground is the Colonial Inn. Just on the other side is the Desert Ranch. I bring that up because I want you all to look at the rest of St. Pete Beach. Off in
How
the far
open it is.
distance is the Don,
Yeah.
that building that you see in the far distance, upper right-hand corner of your screen. But look at how pristine that
know.
beach
Yeah.
is. That property there that's undeveloped is what later became the Trade Winds, is the Trade Winds currently.
Yeah.
That was the Alden and the Coral Reef and the Breckenridge. This picture was taken, again, well before any of that, but look at that gorgeous beach.
Right. I remember the trade winds, and Joe and I used to, when we got married, stay at the El Dorado.
Oh, yeah.
The
I
El
remember
Dorado, we had
Dorado.
photographs.
about that, too.
Yeah.
Listen, we had photographs of all these places. The problem with us in pre-production was deciding how many we were going to
Yeah.
use. And we're probably going to run out of time, but we'll start getting through them in pretty quick order. We've got your number down as number 7.
Yes, we
now,
do.
was your preference to beach or pool, Keitha?
The beach,
The
always,
beach.
the beach.
Beach is running away with it early
Yeah.
tonight, boy. Thank
Yeah.
you so
As
much
it
for
should.
calling and sharing your memory, Keitha.
How you feeling, Keitha?
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye, honey.
Bye.
Take
Bye.
care.
The El Dorado, El Dorado.
Yeah.
Caller, you're on the air. Oh, no, you're not. Caller, you're not on the air.
Here we go. Now he is.
Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
This is Buddy Fernandez calling from Brandon, Florida.
Hey,
Well,
Mike.
hey, buddy
Mike.
Fernandez, how are you?
How are you?
I tell you what, you guys look so good up there. I can actually smell the cocoa.
There you go. There you go.
There you go.
And in the evening, you can hear the domino shuffling.
Oh, yeah.
You can smell the coffee in the morning.
And the shuffleboard.
But listen, those waves just kept coming and just kept coming. There's the Bilmar there. Tell us, buddy, your favorite recollection. Now, I know you guys are a little bit further south now doing the Anna Maria thing these days, but
Pretty down there.
it's
too.
beautiful down there. Tell us what you remember about those early days.
My best recollections were very young when my father used to load the car up with my sisters and my mother, and we used to go to Madeira Beach, better known as Mad Beach.
Mad
Oh,
Beach,
yeah,
of
that's where I
course.
went to
That's
Beach
right.
Week.
We stayed at the Holiday Isles, and they had a playground that was similar to the one at the 20th Century Drive-In.
Oh, how nice.
That is
That's
amazing.
cool.
You know, and if you remember that picture we just showed there a second ago, buddy, really back then, the beaches weren't crowded like they
No.
are now. There was hardly anybody there, and it took you almost, it took you 2 hours, it seemed, to drive from Tampa to,
Yeah,
to,
it's
to
like
St.
forever.
Pete
Like a
Beach.
really long
It seemed-
drive.
and the anticipation and the build-up all week
Yeah.
was amazing. You know, when you finally knew that the week was there, that you were going to be leaving on Friday night, and it was Monday week of, you couldn't stand it.
Absolutely. I always remember that. And the other thing that sticks out in my brain is whenever we ate something, our mothers would always tell us,
Oh, yes.
on the water for 3 hours.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah, 3 hours.
Oh, it was only
3
1 hour.
hours.
Only 1 hour for us.
I only heard an hour.
We bargained down for 30
Yeah.
minutes, man, but it was usually an hour. Yeah, it was usually an hour.
That's true.
Good
And when
point.
you stayed at the hotels, buddy, when you
Funny.
stayed at the hotels, because we didn't have a piscina, we didn't have a pool at our house, so to have a pool at your disposal, They had to call us in for breakfast, man, because you'd get up at 8 o'clock in the morning, you put that bathing suit on, it was freezing, and then you make a beeline to the swimming pool. They had to call you in for breakfast. It was the best of times, buddy. Can we get your book?
I had third-degree burns by the second day, but it didn't matter.
yeah.
Didn't matter.
First day.
Didn't matter.
But then did you take a vinegar bath when you got home?
Noxzema, whatever they
We
put on
always
us, it
had
didn't
to
matter.
take a bath in vinegar.
Something.
It was an eczema for me, man.
Yeah, of course,
Okay.
of course. And it burned worse than the sunburn. It was
My sister called me Mr. Menthol.
on that. There you go. Buddy, your lucky bolita number?
My lucky believer number is my wife's athletic number 1212.
Number 12.
12, what
and,
a good
and
number.
beach or pool? I think I know the answer to this one.
La Playa.
La Playa,
Yes.
of course. Buddy, thanks so much for calling. We hadn't heard from you in a while. We're glad you called.
Nice to hear from you, buddy.
Great job. Take care.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Baba.
buddy. You know, I was convinced that if you would drown if you didn't win the pool after
Oh, no, of course.
less than 1 hour.
Yeah, 1 hour.
basically
You
for
had
us.
1 hour.
3 hours for
Oh,
Buddy, I
yeah,
think.
we made us
Buddy-
believe
Buddy
that.
was-
Buddy took some chances. I
We
guess.
all believed it.
But yeah, Buddy was the one jumping off the
No, no.
pier. Listen, we see you there, caller. Please stand by. We've got a quick video that we want to show. It's about a minute
That's
and
right.
40 seconds. Let me set the video up by saying this. This is circa 1959, 60, 61. It is at the Desert Ranch. You'll notice the jalousie windows in the video. You'll notice the swimming pool with the little cutouts. You'll notice the vintage cars. It is a video of my parents and their cousins who used to go to the beach quite often. They left us with the abuelos while they went away for a weekend or two, a well-deserved break. The video is a little over-processed, I guess you'd say, or overexposed. Again, it was a Super 8 that was transferred to DVD, but we got it here for you. It's a minute and 40 seconds. I'll talk through this because there's no sound if you want to go ahead and start that. This is a little bit of action. That's the Desert Ranch there. Those are my aunts, Ophelia and Thelma. And my mom is in the glasses in the middle there. There's my mom, Carmen Nunez, who calls the show from time to time. You can see that these ladies were the fashion plate of the day. That's the swimming pool at the Desert Ranch, complete with its complete with its cutouts. There's the that man there, Charles Atlas. That would be my father, one Philip
That's
Nunez.
your dad?
That's my pop.
What?
Look pretty
That's
good.
your
That's my
dad?
pop, and that's my mom dancing right there.
Looks
of course
too
it
heavy
is.
to be Graham.
No, that's my pop. He was probably about 30,
Wow.
31 years of
Looking
age.
good, Graham.
No, there's another shot of him here in a minute that's going to be even better.
impressed.
Now, he throws my mother down here in the water. She must
I
have
saw
said
that.
something to him that wasn't exciting, and he just kind of threw her down.
Oh, my.
I don't know what happened there, Pop, but that was a little spousal abuse. But here's a good shot of the hotel. Look at it in all of its glory.
Yeah.
Okay, you got a good shot there.
Rectangular shape.
Yep. Apparently, they're getting ready to go out to eat here. And there's my dad standing against the, with his glasses, standing against the column there waiting, and my mom sitting out front. That's Chris DeMarco, my cousin Jerry's pop, and there's Thelma and my mom. And check out this car they're about to get into, man. Is this the coolest thing ever?
Wow.
What is that,
Oh,
a
my
Ford?
girlfriend had one
Is
of
that a
those.
T-Bird? What? I don't know what that is, man.
It's a
but
Fairlane.
Fairlane.
isn't it?
look at my pop there. Look at my
Wow,
pop.
Gramps, you are looking
Yeah.
good, dude.
Charles Atlas.
Wow.
There you go. My mom doing her Johnny Weissmuller impersonation, swimming across the pool.
I was just thinking that.
But
I
check
think
out
she was Jane.
Jane. That's right, Jane. And here you go playing shenanigans in the pool, and well, the adults had their day. But look at that place, man. It was just
I love
wonderful.
the hats.
And we went there every summer
Great
for probably
hats.
the better part of 12, 15 years. Well, we hope that you guys enjoyed that because that was pretty
Very
neat
nice.
stuff.
Amazing
Pretty
piece
good
of
stuff,
history.
huh?
Looking
It really
good,
was.
guys.
Amazing piece of history, color film, and thanks to our cousin Bernie Menendez, who actually had the presence to be the videographer of the family back in those days. And we've got some other vintage images from Lowry Park and from Busch Gardens, which we'll show at some point
Is this
in
you
time.
in this picture too?
If you'll take us out of this real quick, I'll talk over this
Looks like he's
photograph.
got a black eye.
It does look like I have a black eye. That's me and my cousin Lori at Clearwater Beach. Now, that part of the beach right there is not the beach at all. That's the part that is now paved and is the parking lot. That's the area that's just before you get to the white sands and the beach. But for some reason, we camped out there early on, and I had a little sad face that day. I think.
You did.
I
What
don't know.
was
Lori was
happening
probably
there?
pinching me. Or she took my hard-boiled egg or something.
Maybe they made you sit and
I
have
don't
a
know
picture
why,
and
but
you didn't want to.
those were the days, phenomenal days. Let's go to our caller on line 4, 5. 5 first, Stevie. Take this.
Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
It's Tom from New York.
Hey,
Hey, it's our Northeast correspondent.
right.
Hi, Tom.
How are you?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good.
We're doing great. How
We're
do we
at
look?
the beach.
Yeah, we're at the
Yeah,
beach.
that's right. We just need some suntan lotion, that's all.
Yeah.
Future's so bright, we got to wear shades. Yeah. Tom, now we know you grew up in Cleveland, in the Cleveland area. We know this. And there may not have been a beach per se there, but I bet there was a lake or two close by.
Yes. Well, it was just Ashland, Ohio, south, about 45 minutes from Cleveland.
There you go.
Yeah, well, I did do a lot of swimming when I was younger. Between the local pools and lakes, we did a lot of camping when I grew up. So probably one of my favorite places was about 20 miles from home, called Pleasant Hill Lake. We did frequent the beach there. We did frequent the campgrounds there. Spent a lot of time there. The local pool about 2 blocks away was our babysitter. Brookside Park was our babysitter when we grew up. You know, those were the days where the kids you could take care of yourself in your single digits, right?
Yes.
But I think my favorite memory, because we traveled to Canada and did some fishing up there, but on the way back from Canada, we stopped at a place called Rice Lake, and my father decided he wanted to wash up, and he pulled the spare tire out of the car. That's when the spare tires were actually the real tires, the same one you had on
full size.
Yes.
So you can imagine an old man out floating about 50 feet from the shore with a washcloth and a bar of soap, floating on a spare tire with shorts and tennis shoes. It was hilarious.
You have any pictures of that?
I see that picture in my head, actually.
I wish I had a picture of that.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be great.
You painted it very well.
Very, very well done. And listen, we're waiting eagerly for the first edition of, ladies and gentlemen, Tom is creating, I'll let a little bit of the cat out of the bag, Tom is creating a soundtrack for us, actually for those that are just like Tom, non-natives, who are big fans of the show. Well, we'll just leave it at that. The song is in production right now. As it becomes available to us, we will share it with you. Tom, get back into that laboratory, son.
The man cave.
But before you get back into your man cave.
Well, the power's out right now. Just about 2 minutes.
Oh.
About 2 minutes before the show, the power died, and I heard a transport balloon.
Oh, wow.
Now we're on that. Thank goodness we have a generator.
Back up.
Pulled it out, fired it up, and I'm able to, by the magic of technology.
There you go.
Prepared,
Thank goodness.
And thank goodness for generators. Your lucky Bolita number for tonight?
42.
42.
42.
That is the meeting of life, by the way, according to the, the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
42?
42.
All right, we'll
There you
remember
go.
that. Thanks,
Okay.
Tom. Thanks. We'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Thank you,
care,
brother.
Tom.
Bye-bye. That's the Clearwater Beach Pier when it was brand new.
Yeah.
Roll through these pictures. We got about 13 more to go.
I
and we
remember
don't
looking exactly like that. Oh,
look at that cute kid right there. The one on the left, that's yours truly, Mario Nunez. And the one on the right there, that's Tony Saladino Jr., little Tiger. Me and Tiger were playing on, that's the pier that you saw.
Yeah.
We were on the north side of the pier in this photograph. The other side of the photograph was taken from the right side of the pier. What you notice is the chaise lounge that's inside, the underneath. And if you remember, if you got there early enough on certain days, you're lucky enough, you could get under there, and it was always cooler under there, Steve. You know, it was a great
escape from the sun.
It's a great place to take a nap after a big meal or fighting.
I don't think it was as
chicken
hot
fighting.
then, though. I don't remember it as
Oh, it
being
was
as
pretty hot. Look at that picture there.
Colonial Inn.
Colonial Inn.
Wow, I forgot about that.
I draw your eyes, ladies and gentlemen,
Classic.
to the high dive in that lower section of the picture, the high dive, which was about 12 feet, 15 feet off the water. They had a low dive as well. But if you could man up back in those days, and you walked up to the top of that thing and out to the end of the board, let me tell you something. If you didn't chicken out, you jumped off before you ever dove off, because it was pretty high. And that pool itself,
Wow.
of course, the first time I jumped, and then I dove as I got older.
That is
But
high.
That pool was about 12 to 15 feet deep, and when you tried to get to the bottom of that thing, the pressure in your ears was amazing.
Ouch.
The Colonial Inn. We better get these calls. Keep
good.
those cards and letters coming in,
Wow.
and those pictures. That's El Cirata. We're going to go to line 4, Stevie. Take that call.
Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Oh, hi, Steve. It's Johnny.
Hey, Johnny, how
Hi,
are you?
Johnny.
Hey, Johnny, how are you?
I'm feeling a little better.
Oh,
That's
good.
right, you were sick recently. I remember that.
Fran's
Yeah,
sick,
I'm
too.
feeling a little better.
Yeah.
Good, Johnny, good. Chicken soup, always good for the soul and good for the tummy, too.
I know. But listen, I was going to tell you guys something.
Okay.
You know, I don't know if anybody remembers this or not, but on Clearwater Beach, we always went to Clearwater Beach in the 70s when we were growing up. Like that picture I showed you guys that you put on the screen, you know?
Yes.
Great
And
picture.
we loved Clearwater Beach, but it was so different than it is today.
Yes.
It was all little family-owned motels
Yes.
everywhere.
Right.
and it was very quaint, and it was beautiful, and I loved it then, but I don't like it anymore because it's too commercial.
It's so many, it's very
Too crowded
now.
Too crowded.
That was
And
part of
it's
the
become
charm.
kind of a young beach now, too. It's
Yeah,
not for older
but one
families.
thing I was going to ask, maybe you guys might remember it, or one of the callers might remember, there was an old hotel right on Clearwater Beach, right where Gulf Boulevard meets the beach. It was an octagon-shaped building with a domed roof. It was a very distinctive-looking building, an old hotel, and I've never seen a picture of it anywhere, and I don't know what the name of it.
Not the Caribbean Gulf, no? Not the Caribbean Gulf. I don't think that was it.
That doesn't sound.
I don't know.
The Caribbean Gulf was there, but I don't believe it was octagonal in shape. I don't believe it had a domed roof. If anybody's out there, call us before the end of the show because Johnny wants to know the answer. Look at that coral reef. That's another one of those fabulous St. Pete Beach hotels that ultimately and eventually everybody, you just went from one to the other, Johnny. You started at the Colonial Inn, you went to the Desert Ranch, then to the Aldens, then to the Schrafts, then to the Breckenridge, ended up at the Aldens and the Coral Reef. You hit them all.
Oh, yeah, we did. Oh, we used to hit all of them.
And that's the Hilton there.
Yeah.
What was
That's a great
fascinating about the
picture.
Hilton? Do you remember? It was state-of-the-art in its day, opened in around 1974, 75. Do you remember what made this hotel distinctive?
Which one?
This one that we're showing right now, the Hilton?
I think it was before that.
Maybe early 70s?
Had the rooftop restaurant.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes,
Like
and what did the
Seacase.
rooftop restaurant do that was so distinctive? Did I just give it away?
Well, they used to turn.
Yes,
Hey,
it
there you
revolved.
go. Right.
Absolutely right.
Yes, it did. It
I'll give it
revolved.
away.
Just like
All right,
Seacase at
guys.
the airport.
Yes.
Well, very good. Well, listen, my believed number is 42.
42.
And beach or pool, Johnny?
Oh, we always went in the water at the
Oh,
beach.
42
Oh, yeah.
is taken.
42 is taken. Can we get a second number from you?
Let's do 25.
25, I think, is
25.
taken as
Taken
well.
too, I think.
Stand by.
Yes.
Third time is charm.
29.
29 is yours,
We have a
Johnny.
winner, 29.
That's the highest number so
All
far.
right.
Thank you, Johnny. Get better, okay?
Feel
All right.
better.
Thanks, you
Thanks for
guys.
the call, John.
See
Bye.
you soon.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That's the Breckenridge there. Thanks
That
for
was-
going through those
Yeah.
photographs in such high fashion.
One of the larger
Be-
ones, yeah.
Because we've got some photographs coming up here of Steve Canella, and you know we've been talking. It's been the Mario Nunez hour so far, but
Yes.
Steve Canella has some pretty impressive photos as well. This is the
Oh, here's one.
that was the Causeway
There's
Inn, by
the
the way.
Canella
We'll come back to it.
family.
Steve,
Well, this is my family. This me with the blonde hair and the white shirt, and of course we're all squinting because we didn't wear sunglasses back then. You can tell.
Yeah.
No suntan lotion and no sunglasses.
Kathy seems to be holding her own pretty well, and your mom.
She's doing all right.
They were doing
And
okay.
my dad and my mom and my two younger sisters. And that, by the way, that is the Alden we're standing in front of, the
Yep.
yellow
Yep.
motel on St. Pete Beach,
And everybody remembers it because it was.
because it was yellow.
Yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the
and
only one painted yellow.
Right, and we went every single year. I don't know how many years. And I think what happens is you get comfortable with a particular motel.
Right.
Yeah, and they
with
know
the people,
you.
the
And they know you.
owners, just
Yeah.
mom and pop, like Kika
Right.
mentioned.
Right.
But yeah, it was a great time. And in fact, Eric, there's another one. This is a little bit younger. My father with my sisters and I. Now notice the little styrofoam surfboards.
Mm-hmm.
Those were called torpedo boards. And I think the next picture coming up or the one after, there it is. I don't know why, but I left the bag.
Brand new one.
I left the bag on the board.
I know why, because you just didn't want to take it out
I
of the
didn't want to
bag.
take it out of the
Yeah,
bag. I wanted to say
it was nice, man. Look at that thing.
And I don't know what was
And it
wrong.
had the name on it.
And I don't know what's up with my teeth either, but they looked kind of strange. Like
No.
No,
You just,
we
you
can't
just,
see that.
we can't see that. It was because you were
can't see
squinting. Now we can see your teeth. Okay,
That's a
now
good
they look
picture.
strange. In this picture, they look strange.
And
Look
my-
at the beach.
And look at the
There's
beach.
nobody on
There's
it.
nobody there. Yeah.
Isn't that amazing? Isn't it? Man, look at the water. It's beautiful. Look at the beach. It's beautiful.
The only time you go to the beach now and there's nobody on it is like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. And we've been there and it's fantastic.
At
but
that time,
It
yeah.
fills up quickly.
By about 11 o'clock, it's a mess.
Yeah.
Did somebody take a bite out of the back of that board, or was that the...
Oh, no, it wasn't a shark or anything. But that was just the way they were designed.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
your sister,
But
Kathy.
my
She
sister
watching
Kathy.
tonight, maybe?
She might be. She's up in St. Augustine. She may be watching
is.
online.
Hopefully she is.
But that was just great times, though.
Amazing
And
times.
those surfboards would break pretty easy, right in
Yeah.
half. You jump on them and they
Yeah.
snap right in half.
And here come the callers. We're going to
we
get
go.
back to those pictures. Would you go to 4 or 5?
Wow, it's
Hello,
almost
Dory. Let's go to 5.
15 minutes.
Caller, you're on the air. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hey, this is Rick from the Deep South.
Hey,
Hey,
Bill.
Rick. Ricky T. Parnell. Hi,
All right.
Rick.
From
How you
Brazil.
guys doing?
Very
Great.
good. And
How
yourself?
Are you?
Good, good.
Good.
You got some good memories of the beach?
Yes, we used to skip around the tides,
Oh, the tides,
Sandman.
yeah.
Oh.
The Sandman, the Tides, yes.
I remember the Tides.
The Tides was a very
Yeah.
popular place as well.
That was a big
Thanks for
place.
Yeah.
good memory.
Yeah.
Well, we used the old inner tubes.
Yes.
Well, we talked about that too. You know, there was
scrape your side.
Yeah, there was they were
nozzle.
dangerous. They were treacherous because
And then they
one
got
of two
hot.
things could happen, and neither one of them was good. Either you would forget and leave it out in the sun.
Yeah.
So by the time you got in the water with it, it was
on
about 200
fire.
degrees, and you'd lose the first 3 layers of your skin, or that ridiculous valve stem would poke you either in the eye or in
Yeah.
the ribs.
But that's all we had.
Yeah,
So
that's
we
all we
liked
had,
it.
Rick.
Yeah.
That's all we had.
We liked it.
But it worked.
Yeah, I burned like a French fry.
Yes.
Yes, because
I bet you did.
Ricky T. Parnell is
You're fair
very
with
fair
kind of
with red
reddish.
hair, right?
Me too, Rick.
Exactly.
Yes.
There's lots of Bactine.
Lots
Yes,
of Bactine,
Bactine.
and Absorbine Junior and whatever else we could throw on there,
Yes.
man, to put out that fire.
I burned a
Yeah, I
lot
also
too.
played shuffleboard there on the beach too. Remember that?
Shuffle,
Yeah,
of course.
shuffleboard.
And when you got older, you played corkboard. Now, when you were young, you know, not corkboard, excuse me, cork ball with a little cork and a broomstick. As you know, when you were young, all you cared about, man, was getting up real early and swimming all day. And then sometimes in the evening, you might go out to the London Wax Museum, like we just showed that picture a moment ago. If we can go back to that photograph, that would be pretty cool. Let me see. That's call up photograph
The
number.
Wax Museum. So who
Stevie,
was
do
in
you
the
see
Wax
it there? I
Museum
can't see it.
back then?
Okay, there it is. The Wax Museum. That was, it was Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. It was pretty
Right,
cool.
but do you remember the people that worked
Oh yeah,
in
everybody.
wax?
Of course, it was Marilyn Monroe, Clark Gable. It was the 1950s and
Okay.
60s. So all those
I
people.
never went.
They also had in one section you'd go through, and Bruno Hauptmann was there in the electric chair because Bruno Hauptmann was, of course,
yeah.
the man who was accused of killing
Yes,
the
Lindbergh.
Lindbergh baby. So and it was freaky because you'd trip the electronic eye, and then and the red light would come on, and the guy would be frying in the electric chair. And the little kid, it was pretty damn scary. I never wanted to go in there, but then I did. But the point is, Rick, at the beginning, all you cared about was swimming, man, and being with your friends, and you're 8, 9, 10 years old. But then come around 12, 13, 14,
What happened, babe?
you start sleeping a little bit later in the morning because you wanted to stay up a little bit later at night. Because you'd
'Cause
go
the
out,
girly
you'd go out to the
girls.
beach in the evening time to see what was out there going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the Whammo frisbee and
Oh, my
yeah.
goodness.
Frisbee was